I have open sourced the biggest and the most popular Minecraft chat formatting plugin, ChatControl. In fact, I have been thinking about it for the last 6 months. We've been discussing this internally with our community members on Discord. And in this video, I'm going to be diving deep into why, what it means, and I'm going to be answering a couple of questions. Will I stop developing, or simply why did I make that decision? So first of all, just to give you guys content, I am the author and mostly solo developer of ChatControl, and I've been doing it for the last good 12 years. Life is very different now than it has been back then. You know, back in 2013, I just finished primary school. I was still sitting in Norway and I applied for high school. So all I had to do that summer was wake up and then do whatever I wanted. And then in high school, all I had to do was come home, do the homework, and after I could do my little Minecraft things. This year, I'm gonna turn 28, and life is very different, right? You have big decisions, where to live, who you're going to marry, start a family, all things considered, and simply it's life's completely different. The priorities will change over time. I just finished a big update. ChatControl 11 has come out just last month. And I was put before the decision, okay, what is this year gonna entail? Well, there's a couple of options. Number one, I can just say, okay guys, thank you for all the fish, thanks and bye, right? Which is something I don't wanna do. Number two, I can try to maybe sell the rights of the plugin to someone else. I can give it to someone else. I tried doing that, and quite frankly, it almost always ended up in a disaster. These people were simply either unqualified or unskilled or uncommitted or all of that combined, and it's just very difficult to find a high quality person simply because it requires a very particular skill set, while there is not much to get back from, which is going to lead me to the second point, toxic community. I don't think Minecraft community is toxic. And I actually think that open sourcing projects kind of removes a lot of that toxicity, because imagine this. I'm doing this for 12 years, and some people say, well, it's a commercial project, it's my business. But the truth is, I make less than $1,000 from this project. So it's not even a side hustle, it's just a very partial side hustle, right? And if I had to sort of continue and then sell it and then answer all the tickets, that's where the toxicity comes from, because you sort of start resenting what you're doing. You start developing resentment towards something that once was my passion, that I loved. And I simply don't want to come to that point, right? I still love the plugin. I love the community here that we have. And if I sort of continue despite I don't have the time for that, I don't have the energy for that, you will start to change the relationship that you have with the project. So I do not want to come to that point, right? So when I was making the decision, number one, obviously kill it. No thanks. I do not want to stop developing and just put the plugin in the heaven or in the dustbin. Number two, give it to someone else. Probably not a good idea. The quality would go down significantly, at least from my experience. And there are a couple of actually very good benefits to open sourcing. I believe that's why some of the most popular premium plugins are open source. For example, MCMMO, right? It's the most downloaded Spigot plugin ever in that niche. It's actually topping page number one if you go to spigotmc and you go to premium plugins, and they publish their full source code available on GitHub, right? Well, I believe there are three biggest benefits that will open up when your plugin is available in its source code format. Number one, faster security patches. So that is pretty obvious. If there's more eyeballs, then more problems become obvious. And I do care about, the performance, the security of the plugin. So if the source code is out there, anybody can review it, and hopefully there is enough good people that if they spot something broken with the code, they can just open a pull request. Whereas if your code is closed source or let alone obfuscated, then you're out of luck. You're the solo developer for the whole code base, which If you will look at a source code that we have, it's massive. And then it's over time, it's just going to be starting to be more difficult to fix all of these nuanced bugs. Second benefit, I hate piracy as much as you do. If you sell plugins, I want to help small non-profit servers. I know there is a lot of servers that do not make a big profit. There is a lot of servers that make, a lot of money from Minecraft. And if that's you, just go and purchase the plugin on Build by Bit. But if you just want to start, a hobby project with your friends, and you have 2 or 3 people want to get together and you want to have a fun experience, I don't think you should be wasting hundreds of dollars on premium plugins. Let's be honest. So if the plugin is open source, people can just compile it. If you don't know how to compile it, just Google. I do have over 60 free Minecraft plugin development tutorial series. These are very fresh, very new videos. They still work for the 1.21.4 plus version of Minecraft. So just go see my channel. You can learn it in one afternoon, and you can compile it in one afternoon. And then you can keep using it for free. Now, of course, by purchasing, you support me, you support the continuous development and everything. But if you absolutely cannot afford it, or you simply run a very tiny non-profit server, yes, who cares? Why not? This is also a warning. Support is only provided to buyers. This has always been the case. So if you haven't purchased the plugin from Build by Bit, you're not entitled to receiving support. Should be pretty obvious. And then the last benefit, the big networks, they can fork it, and instead of them opening tickets and I have to spend the time, they have to spend the time, because they can just fork it and edit it to its own needs. So moving forward, I do ask people that watch this video and they have Java experience. If that's you and you want to help, simply send me an email at support@mineacademy.org along with your GitHub resume, and simply tell me about yourself a little bit, like how many years did you work as a Minecraft plugin developer, what's your experience, stuff like that. And if we decide to work together, I have honestly no problems splitting the profits 50-50, because if I find somebody who is still at that earlier stage in life where it makes more sense for them to spend a few hours per week on this project, I'll be more than happy to do it. Please note, right now we are pushing up, we're basically polishing the new ChatControl 11, so there is an uptake in tickets, but I think maybe in a few weeks, maybe in a month or 2, it's going to go down again, and pretty much ChatControl takes 4, 6, sometimes 10 hours per week. So pretty much, if your priorities are different, if you simply don't have time, but it's not a lot if you are, in high school or just begun university and you are simply a hobbyist, as I once was. So I hope this video explains a lot of things. To put it briefly, no, I did not stop development, and I certainly do not plan to stop development, at least this year, but I'm open sourcing the plugin so that people can come in and they can start forking it, editing it, and I'm also looking for contributors and people that want to help out. As always, guys, if you want to learn how to code, we put together a full school at mineacademy.org with our many coaching programs that are going to teach you Java skills as well as Minecraft plugin development skills. So if you want to learn that and you don't know how to code yet, check out the links in the video description. Now, I hope that this video answered a lot of your questions, concerns, what's going to happen. And before we finish, I also want to answer one question that is not written. Well, I paid you $30. Is that fair that right now you just open source the plugin? I would say yes, because if you paid me $30 2 years ago or last year, first of all, I need to live off of something. This is a hobby project. So you're supporting me, you're supporting my life, my food, my rent, and I can put the time back into making the plugin better, right? And also, I think people really miss the point where this is simply a Minecraft plugin. You invest a small, tiny amount, and then some people expect me to be there 24/7 and answering these tickets for years. We have customers that purchased it for $10 10 years ago, and they're super demanding 10 years from now, where they've contributed to the development financially $10. So this is nonsense, right? So I do believe, yes, it is completely fair. In fact, by making this decision, I'm going to ensure the longevity of the plugin. I'm going to increase the maintainability of the plugin, so increase the quality of the plugin too. And I'm simply going to enable this plugin to hopefully stay on the top of the pack for years to come. All right, guys, I guess that's it. Drop any questions below. This was a little bit of spontaneous, unscripted video. I hope you enjoyed the format, and I will see you next time. Thank you.